So as you can see, I am ornamented in a luxurious Luke's Diner shirt. And I have a steaming cup of coffee. Coffee. Although it's not in a Luke's Diner cup. Sadly, I don't have one of those. Christmas list. Anyway, this can only mean one thing. I'm talking about Gilmore Girls today. The best show in the history of forever. If you don't count A Series of Unfortunate Events, Walking Dead, Vampire Diaries. Okay, it's up there, okay? There's just so many shows to choose from. So basically, if you haven't if you haven't watched Gilmore Girls, then I can't even process this. Why? Hold on, I'm looking up the word aneurysm in the dictionary to see if I just had one. Okay, that was a quote from Gilmore Girls. Ugh, I'm such a nerd. Anyway, it's the best show ever. It's about a mom and a daughter, which sounds really, really boring, but it's not at all. It's so funny and so relatable and so goofy. Some people have like silly humor and some don't, but this isn't like a stupid humor. It's just funny, and their life and the little town that they live in. I'm from a small town, so I guess like I can relate, and I've always been really close to my mom, so I mean, I don't know. I guess this show hits home for me, but they're just so cute and so funny, and there's romance, like, and drama, and just humor. It's so funny. They live in this small town called Stars Hollow, and there's always these crazy events happening. Like there's a dance-off, there's fundraisers, there's like all these reenactments, and these Gilmore Girls, Lorelai is like my spirit animal, and they're both obsessed with coffee. So relatable. They're both obsessed with coffee, and there's no way to really describe this show without it sounding just really weird and boring, but it's not either of those things. Well, it is a little weird, but that's a part of its charm. It's just so good. Just watch it. Please watch it. All of the seasons are on Netflix, so there's no excuse. There's 7 seasons, and they just did, it's like, what is it, 10 years later? 10 or 20 years later. It's called A Year in the Life, and it's amazing because it's just like flash forward through their lives, and Rory is so grown up, and so is Lorelai and Luke are together. Oh shoot, that was a spoiler. Maybe I should edit that out. I don't know. Should I? I don't know. Anyway, Luke is the guy who serves her coffee, but he's so much more than that. Oh, did I just ruin it? I hope not. I'm so sorry. I don't really know how to edit that out. Oh well. Surprise! Anyway, a lot of people didn't like The Year in the Life, which I was so surprised because I loved it. I don't know why they wouldn't like it. It was like this magical gift given to us by Netflix. I don't know. It's crazy. It's so good. But it's just as silly and just as fun and just as sweet, and it's so good. Just read it. Read it. I mean, watch it. I wish that they would make a book. I would totally read it. They should make a book on every season. That would be great. Someone write this. Like all over Pinterest, there's all these books that are like, if you liked Gilmore Girls, you'll like this book. And the books all look like not that spectacular. And I'm just like, why doesn't someone write a book of this series?
Okay, so out of all of that talking, I barely even told you what the whole show is about. So I'm going to try to do this really fast and in the most efficient way possible. So the stunning Lorelai got pregnant with Rory when she was 16, and she's from this like uppity society and in this town called Hartford, where everyone's like awesome and rich and high class. And Lorelai never fit in with that, and it just got worse when she got pregnant, obviously. Her and her mom and dad just did not get along whatsoever. And when Rory is about a year old, she actually takes her and moves away without telling her parents or anything. She just kind of leaves. And it kind of breaks her mom's heart, but then again, you don't feel bad for her because her mom is so frustrating. But anyway, so she moves about 30 minutes away to this town called Stars Hollow, and she gets a job in this little inn as a maid, and the owner falls in love with her and offers her a little place to stay in this like little shack basically behind the inn. And so she works there until she has enough money to get her own place with Rory, their own house, and it's just so good. And they only visit, like, the strain on her and her parents' relationship is really hard, and they only see each other like on specific holidays. But Rory has always dreamt, both of them, they've always dreamt of Rory going to Harvard, and that's basically what the whole show is about in the beginning. And she really wants to get accepted to this private school in Hartford, where her parents are from and where she's from. It's this uppity private school that will help her get into Harvard. So she applies, and she gets in because she's a genius, she's so smart, and she gets in, but Lorelai doesn't have the money to put down the deposit for her first year semester's tuition, and if she doesn't put down the deposit, then they're going to give Rory's space away at Chilton, which is not good because Rory's all excited about it and stuff, and it's about her future. So Lorelai kind of sucks up her pride and goes to her mom and asks for the money, completely intending to pay her back. It's just a loan, just so she could put down the deposit at Chilton for Rory. And her mom agrees, of course, but at a cost. She wants a Friday night dinner. Every week she has, both of them have to come over on Friday night for dinner, and they have to call her like twice a week or something with an update. So basically they have to completely become a part of their lives again, which is a total nightmare for Lorelai, but what's she going to do? She has to say yes because she really needs that deposit. So that's just one of the big twists they have, or big dilemmas they have in the show is Friday night dinners. They're always a disaster usually. So it's so good. And then in the midst of all that, Rory's trying to navigate her new school at this private school, and the kids are awful and terrifying. And then there's love stories, of course, with both of them. There's always romance, which is always fun. And with all the fun events going on in the town, it's just an all-around fantastic show. So that's my little summary. Please, Luke. Please. Please. Please.
How many cups have you had today?
None. Plus 5. I can't stop drinking the coffee. If I stop drinking the coffee, I stop doing the standing and the walking and the words putting into sentence doing.
I will follow anywhere that you tell me to. If you need.
So, P.S. I'm really sorry that this wasn't my missing persons video that I've been promising, but I'm still waiting on my sweatshirt from Amazon. So hopefully soon.